है ना? We're starting to, in fact, to be honest, the theory for thermal expansion more or less ends with just the basic idea of what alpha, beta, and gamma are. Okay? And beyond that, it's application of thermal expansion to um, several other physical quantities. Okay? So, in fact, like some of this stuff you may not find in a lot of textbooks. For instance, the HCV stops at around page 18. So for it just defines alpha, beta, gamma. But then um, you have questions where they test the effect of thermal expansion on density. They test the effect of thermal expansion on um, certain other things, measuring length using a steel scale. So those kind of things, which technically come as questions, which are technically applications of this concept, that's what we are going to, of course, break down and understand. Yeah. If you've, yeah. So if we're just starting right now, if you miss the first 6 minutes, no worries. One of you has missed the previous lecture. You ideally should watch the recording before coming for this lecture. Try to keep up. Again, I don't know what you missed. I don't know if we covered gamma when you were there. Okay, but just try to cover up now. Try to catch up. Okay, attend, understand. You'll still pick up a lot of things. Okay. All right. Cool. So now the next concept we're going to look at is a little tricky. Little tricky. Okay. Maybe the derivation is a little long, but once you just try to understand it, I think once you try to understand it, you will get it. It's not very difficult. Thoda sa just tricky ho sakta hai, that's all. Okay. What we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the apparent expansion of a liquid, apparent expansion of a liquid in a vessel. See? And this is all, of course, due to heating. Apparent expansion of a liquid in a vessel, of course, due to heating. Now, we know the real expansion. Yeah? We know how it is really going to expand. So to start with, how does the liquid expand on heating? It's going to expand in a manner dependent on its gamma. So, okay, so for instance, a liquid jiska, now I'm just going to use some symbols, so just try to keep up. Let's say liquid ka final value, okay? L stands for liquid, F stands for final. So liquid ka final volume is liquid ka initial volume times 1 plus gamma, coefficient of volumetric expansion, gamma for the liquid into delta T. Agreed? I hope all the symbols make sense. Liquid ka final volume is liquid ka initial volume 1 plus gamma of liquid delta T. This is how the liquid expands in reality. This is how the liquid expands in reality. Any doubt in this? ये समझ में आया ना कैसे लिखा है? Remember volumetric expansion, V final is V initial 1 plus gamma delta T. We saw that in the previous class. V final is V initial 1 plus gamma delta T. याद है ना? उसी का ही extension है, बस liquid के लिए हमने ये लिखा है. Now the question I want to ask you is, why, if this is the real expansion, why is there an apparent expansion? Why is it that our eyes perceive something different? why do our eyes not perceive this exactly? अगर लिक्विड का वॉल्यूम कुछ अमाउंट से बढ़ता है, why does our eyes not perceive that same increase in volume as such? Anyone? See, one of you saying change is negligible. ठीक है, fair enough. Change उतना large नहीं होगा. But besides the fact कि हाँ, besides the fact कि मतलब change छोटा है, one important factor is कि the vessel also expands. The vessel also expands on heating. So what is that going to do? If the vessel expands, will the apparent expansion of the liquid to me seem less than what it really is, or will it seem more than what it really is? अगर रियलिटी में वेसल भी बड़ा हो गया तो लिक्विड का एक्सपेंशन मुझे अपेरेंटली कम दिखने वाला है फ्रॉम रियलिटी या मोर? वेरी नाइस, दोज वर आंसरिंग. सही आंसर कर रहे हो. ओके, one person said same, otherwise majority said less. Less is correct. Less is correct. You'll actually see less than expected, है ना? ठीक है. So we'll just try to explain that as well, but you'll see less than expected क्योंकि first of all एक बार vessel का expansion कैसा होगा वो लिख लेते हैं. Maybe vessel के लिए should we use the word container? So I'll use the word container. Okay, so container containers expansion. Let me use the symbol C for container. So therefore for the container we can say volume of the container का final value is volume of the container का initial value 1 plus gamma container delta T. One of you is asking me, does a glass vessel also expand? Of course it does. Almost everything expands on heating. So yes, this is also going to expand on heating. Container भी expand होगा. बस एक चीज है कि as we saw in the beginning itself, तुम्हारा gamma is going to be more for the liquid and is going to be less for the solid. So liquids in general expand faster than solids. Okay? Liquids in general expand faster than solids. Okay? Change in temperature, of course. So the liquid is always contained in the container. So the delta T we are talking about is definitely the same for both. Both are going through the same change in container. Okay? One of you is asking what's gamma? You have missed the previous lecture. So I'm sorry, I can't take too much time over here. But gamma is called as coefficient of volumetric expansion. Okay? So gamma is that factor which appears over here. Okay? Based on gamma, जब तुम temperature बढ़ाओगे उतना तेजी से volume बढ़ेगा. ठीक है? तो if delta T 0, final volume is initial volume. But as you increase temperature, final volume increases with this factor. So gamma affects how your volume increases. जितना ज़्यादा gamma होगा उतना जल्दी volume बढ़ेगा. ठीक है? Obviously gamma का value सवाल में देंगे, बिल्कुल देंगे. बैठ के है ना, रटना थोड़ी है gamma के values. ठीक है? Container कोई बोल रहा है needs to be isotropic. Yes, it'll be isotropic. If it's glass, it is isotropic. वो सब दे देंगे. You will always assume isotropic, है ना? Unless mentioned explicitly otherwise, तुम isotropic ही assume करोगे. Gamma अगर alpha दे दिया, gamma is 3 times alpha. Okay. Alright. Now moving on. Okay. Just bear in mind कि this expands a lot faster. Gamma of the liquid expands a lot faster. It's almost if you're comparing glass and water, roughly 40 times होता है पानी का gamma. Just FYI, जाने का जरूरत नहीं है, but इतना तो याद है, हमने फर्स्ट क्लास में बोला था liquids expand faster than solids. याद है ना? Liquids expand faster than solids. So in general, I just mentioned this over here. Containers expansion is lesser than the liquids expansion. Yes, gases faster than liquids and liquids faster than solids. So this is lesser than the liquids expansion. Okay, then one of you is asking me, does the container slow the liquids expansion? Absolutely not. These are two completely independent equations. Liquid कैसा expand होगा, container affect नहीं करेगा. Container कैसा expand होगा, liquid affect नहीं करेगा. But what is going to happen is, for that I need to go to the next page. Let me know if anyone wants me to wait on this page. Okay, wait बोलना है तो wait बोल दो. हाँ ठीक है, I'll wait for a minute. क्या container and vessel is the same thing? क्या बोल रहे हो? The container is the vessel. Okay, liquid. नहीं, I mean if see both will go through the same temperature change. ठीक है? Both will go through the same temperature change, and if they're going through the same temperature change, both have to expand, and the liquid will expand faster. Okay, that's just how it is. Okay? So vessel expansion is typically small. अब सवाल specifically apparent expansion पे है तो हम negligible मानेंगे नहीं, है ना? Value वगैरह दिया है, gamma of container दिया है तो negligible नहीं मानेंगे, इसलिए तो gamma दिया है, but नहीं दिया है तो negligible मानेंगे. Okay? All right. Now, as our eyes, ये ध्यान से सुन लो. Okay? As our eyes perceive volume of the liquid as how full or empty the container is, okay? As our eyes perceive volume of the liquid as how full or empty the container is, okay? Let us define a term called as fractional fullness. Okay? Fractional fullness. Sounds like a weird word, but very straightforward definition. Let us define a term called as fractional fullness, which I'll be representing by the symbol F, and where fractional fullness is basically volume of the liquid divided by volume of the container. See? So let us define this term as fractional fullness. Fractional fullness means basically how full the vessel is. Let us define this term. Okay? So let's say मतलब अगर vessel 50% full है तो F is half. आधा भरा हुआ है तो F is half. Vessel पूरा खाली पड़ा है तो F is 0. अगर vessel पूरा भरा हुआ है till the brim, if it's filled to the brim, then these two volumes are the same. So in that case, F is 1. Get the idea? what fractional fullness means. ठीक है? So claim is कि our eyes often perceive the volume of the liquid in the vessel as how full or empty the glass is, how full or empty the container is. Okay? So when we are talking about apparent expansion, we're going to talk about the apparent change in fractional fullness. Therefore, apparent expansion deals with not the real change in the volume of the liquid, okay, but the change in the volume of the liquid with respect to the volume of the container. So apparent expansion therefore deals with the way F changes. Got it? The way F changes. And this is why, you know, this is why people were saying कि apparent expansion कम दिखेगा. This is why people were saying apparent expansion कम दिखेगा. Why did most of the students answer that? क्योंकि real expansion liquid सच में कुछ amount से बढ़ रहा है, VL amount से कुछ percentage से बढ़ रहा है, but अब container भी हल्का सा amount से बढ़ रहा है. तो because container का भी size बढ़ रहा है, container के respect में liquid जितना size से बढ़ेगा वो कम लगेगा. समझ में आया? Make sense? है ना? कंटेनर लिक्विड बढ़ गया कुछ अमाउंट से, कुछ फ्रैक्शन से, बट कंटेनर भी हल्का सा अमाउंट से बढ़ा. The containers also increasing in size. So because the containers also increasing in size, by how much did the liquid size increase in comparison to the size of the container? That is going to be perceived as lesser than what it really increases by. काफी बड़ा स्टेटमेंट हो गया. लिक्विड का साइज कुछ फ्रैक्शन से बढ़ा, ठीक है, बट बिकॉज कंटेनर का भी साइज बढ़ रहा है तो तुम्हें रिलेटिव टू द कंटेनर वो लिक्विड का इंक्रीज इन साइज कम दिखेगा. ठीक है, ठीक है. So that will of course, so now that's of course going to depend on, so the change in F is going to depend on gamma. But right now I'm just establishing the point कि whenever we talk about apparent expansion, you're going to observe change in this term. रियल एक्सपेंशन के लिए VL के साथ क्या हो रहा है वो देखना है, बट अपेरेंट एक्सपेंशन के लिए VL अपॉन VC के साथ क्या हो रहा है वो देखना है. हाँ, fractional fullness will of course always be less than equal to 1. Fractional fullness will always be less than equal to 1. वो तो है ही. If a liquid is filled to the brim, it will always be less than equal to 1. अब एग्जाम्पल आगे आएगा. वी स्टिल इन द मिडल ऑफ थियोरी. अच्छा, एक चलो एग्जाम्पल समझने के लिए imagine you're a guy whose height was, let's say in school, 5 feet, ठीक है, and you had a friend whose height was whatever 5 feet 2 inches, ठीक है, ठीक है. So you are like, ठीक है, you are like, okay fine, I'm short in comparison to this guy. Okay, a couple of years later your height increases, ठीक है, and you think you've become taller, but then let's say this guy's height also increases. You have reached 5'4", he has reached 5'6". Again, when you stand in front of him, you'll be like, "Arey, I'm still short only. My height has not increased only." You understand that? So when you are constantly standing in front of this guy, तुम्हारा height बढ़ गया होगा, but because your friend's height has also increased, you're gonna still look shorter than him. So that's the kind of idea that's going on over here. यहाँ पे पानी का size बढ़ रहा है, but the vessel in which it is contained उसका भी size बढ़ रहा है. तो इसलिए liquid कितना size से बढ़ रहा है वो उतना दिख नहीं रहा है हमें, है ना? Because our eyes are constantly comparing the volume of the liquid to the volume of glass. कितना fraction भरा हुआ लग रहा है, that's how we perceive the volume of the liquid. ठीक है? Okay, cool. Hope that example helped. Now let's proceed further. ये बस इतना समझना है कि apparent expansion के लिए we compare VL by VC. उसके आगे calculation, I mean उसके आगे solving and all is quite simple, not very challenging. ठीक है? It may look challenging at first, but you can easily start to join the dots. तो पहले तो मैं क्या बोलूंगा, initial fractional fullness कितना था, है ना? Initially कितना भरा हुआ था, तो उसके लिए क्या करेंगे, VL initial, है ना, VL initial अपॉन VC initial, liquid का initial volume अपॉन container का initial volume. Straightforward. This was initial fractional fullness. Let's say this was at a temperature T initial. What about the final fractional fullness? है ना? So that will be liquid का final volume upon container का final volume. And let's say this is at a higher temperature or some other temperature T final. ठीक है? Now मुझे इसके और इसके बीच में रिश्ता चाहिए. So how can I get that relation? I can get the relation by trying to write this in terms of this and this in terms of this, and we know how to do that, है ना? So liquid का final volume can be written as liquid का initial volume into 1 plus gamma liquid delta T. एकदम beginning में देखा था, है ना? This is how the liquid really expands. नीचे भी container का final volume can be written as container का initial volume into 1 plus gamma of container delta T. Straightforward idea. Now this term is our initial fractional fullness, है ना? So that term becomes our initial fractional fullness. What about this term? अब यहाँ पे तुम्हें binomial theorem लगाना है, ठीक है? So you have to be fluent with it. It's not very difficult. You'll get a hang of it. वो 1 plus gamma L delta T को वैसा का वैसा रखो. यहाँ पे जो नीचे 1 plus gamma C delta T है उसको ऊपर लेके आओ, है ना? डिनोमिनेटर में था, तो अगर मैं न्यूमरेटर में लेके आऊंगा, why do I bring it to the numerator? Because it's easier to analyze things in this way. ठीक है? So I'm bringing it to the numerator and then it will get the power -1. Now you apply your binomial approximation. What does that tell us to do? इसके आगे binomial approximation लगाओ. So then that will tell me कि हाँ, that will become, वो पावर मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा, तो ये हो जाएगा 1 plus gamma L delta T into वो पावर अंदर आ जाएगा, इसके साथ मल्टीप्लाई होगा, so naturally that becomes 1 minus gamma C delta T. ठीक है? Now these look like a lot of steps, but they're actually simple steps. ठीक है? When you're deriving this in the exam, let's say you forgot this. When you're deriving this in the exam, it won't take that much time. Just for presentation, I'm writing so many steps. Now, when I multiply, अब इसके साथ क्या कर लो, इसको multiply कर लो. तो इनको अगर multiply करोगे, तो क्या मिलेगा तुम्हें? So I'm going to get F initial 1 plus, ठीक है, 1 into 1. फिर अगला है gamma L delta T into 1. Fair enough. फिर अगला है minus gamma C delta T into 1. ठीक है? Looks like we can club these two terms. Delta T common ले सकते हैं. There is one last term. Any idea what we are going to do to this term? Gamma L into gamma C. Very nice. What shall we do to this term? We shall ignore it. Q, because gamma, as I've said, इनका order 10 raised to -5, 10 raised to -4 का होता है. तो ये तो anyways छोटा. In fact, that's the reason why we even applied binomial approximation. because gamma c delta t was a lot smaller than 1, that's why we applied binomial approximation. यहाँ पे क्या है, both these numbers are a lot smaller than 1, उनका product will become even smaller, like, है ना, तो 0.01 का square is way smaller than 0.01, है ना, that's the idea. So this is going to become negligible. That's nearly going to be 0, so you can ignore that, and then you have your result, which I will write on the next page. Delta t is, delta t will not compensate for gamma. डेल्टा टी कितना होता है, मतलब 100 से 100 के आसपास तो नहीं होगा ना, ज्यादा से ज्यादा 100 होगा. सो डेल्टा टी इज ऑफ दैट ऑर्डर, ऑफ द ऑर्डर ऑफ मे बी 10⁻⁻1 10⁻2 के ऑर्डर का होगा ज्यादा से ज्यादा. गामा इज 10⁻⁻4. ठीक. So I'll just take it to the next page. Sumit, not quite. I mean, you're asking, तू क्या पूछ रहा है? Fractional change in f. So fractional change in f is not fi by ff. It's delta f by the initial value. Fractional change in any quantity is final minus initial upon initial. Final minus initial upon initial. Fractional change in anything. Can I explain the last blue part? By blue, do you mean purple? Last line. Or do you mean actually blue? या मतलब I think you mean purple. तो कुछ नहीं यार, इसको फिर multiply किया, तो multiply मतलब 1 into 1 किया. I opened this bracket. So as you can see, I got 4 terms. In that, this term is going to be negligible. Why? Because each term individually is a lot less than 1. Each term individually will be of the order 10⁻⁻2, 10⁻⁻3. So unka product will be of the order 10⁻⁻5, 10⁻⁻6. Therefore, that last term will be neglected. See? Without hesitation, you can make these approximations. See? And with that, I hope you're done with this page. With that, what is the result we get now? See? The final result is quite simple. Final result is, now we get कि my final fractional fullness is initial fractional fullness into 1 plus, अब क्या है, डेल्टा टी कॉमन ले लो, तो गामा एल माइनस गामा सी डेल्टा टी. गामा एल माइनस गामा सी डेल्टा टी. So as expected, apparent expansion is less than the real expansion. क्योंकि real expansion में सिर्फ ये था, apparent expansion में ये subtract कर रहा है ना? That's the idea. So that's why apparent expansion is a little less. This same formula sometimes is also written as FF is equal to F initial 1 plus gamma apparent. APP stands for apparent. Gamma apparent delta T, where gamma apparent is going to be gamma of the liquid minus gamma of the container. Okay, so if you can remember this, that's nice. If you forget, please make sure you have understood enough to derive this result if needed. Okay, gamma apparent therefore is gamma liquid minus gamma of the container. Okay. You can define more terms as well. Change in fractional fullness, delta F, the final. Again, that's why just maybe the symbols could be confusing. So if you have any doubt in the symbols, please ask. F. पहले तो F क्या है? Just to recap, F was fractional fullness. we define this as volume of the liquid with respect to volume of the container. So VL by VC is F. Understand F as कितना percentage, कितना fraction पानी भरा हुआ है. How full is the vessel? It is a number which goes from 0 to 1. Is the vessel half full, 3/4 full, quarter full? That's the idea. It's a fraction. ठीक है? This is fraction का final value is FF at a higher temperature and uska initial value is FI at a lower temperature. ठीक है? Yes, I'll show the previous page. 1 minute. ठीक है? एक last step. अब F initial को इधर लोगे तो final minus initial means delta. Final F minus initial F is delta F. तो यहाँ से delta F का भी वैल्यू लिख सकते हो. तो delta F एक्चुअली कितना आएगा? Delta F will be F initial gamma L minus gamma C delta T. Again, just in case you need this, so delta F मतलब final minus initial is F initial gamma L minus gamma C delta T. So that's the change in fractional fullness. Okay. I'll show the previous page. Let me know if you're done with this page. You'll of course do a question. You'll get the idea behind it. Final result काफी easy है. Gamma apparent is gamma liquid minus gamma of the container. ये पेज देख लो. कुछ लिखना बाकी था तो. ठीक. Okay. Just give me a minute. इसमें एक और जैसा हाँ ठीक है. Just remember these things कि यहाँ पे जब तुम यहाँ पे you can also sometimes delta F निकालते वक्त, in fact I mentioned this before, delta F निकालते वक्त if convenient you can use FF also. Change in fractional fullness निकालते वक्त ना, if convenient you can use FF also, because depending on whichever value is easier, whichever value is better for you. Okay? Depending on whichever value is better for you. So let's just try a question. Let's see एक example देख लेते हैं. Okay? So question is, water is filled in a glass vessel. Water is filled in a glass vessel to 99.91% capacity at 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, to 99.91% capacity at 30 degrees Celsius. At what temperature, approximately, at what temperature does it start to overflow? At what temperature does it start to overflow? Try करो. ठीक है, I'll just mention it here as well. यहाँ पे जब डेल्टा लिखते हो ना, please note कि you can also use this is universally true. No matter what we do in this chapter, जब भी change निकालते हो, you can also use the final value in place of the initial value if convenient. ठीक है, तुम देखो कौन सा वैल्यू इजियर होगा कन्वीनियंस के कारण. मोस्ट लाइकली वन विल बी गुड, द अदर विल नॉट बी वेरी गुड. ठीक है, सो यू सी विच इज मोर कन्वीनियंट. व्हाई? व्हाट इज द अंडरलाइंग रीजन? द अंडरलाइंग रीजन इज the underlying reason is because the final value is always quite close to the initial value. The final value is typically quite close to the initial value. Okay, I'll show the question again. देख लो. थोड़ा केयरफुली नेविगेट करना है कैलकुलेशन के थ्रू. Final answer is a nice answer. So you can make maybe a few approximations in your calculations. अरे यार, I'm so sorry. शी, अब कोई पूछ रहा है. My bad. गामा दिया ही नहीं था. Gamma of glass, of course needed, is 2 into 10 raised to minus 5, and gamma of water is 20 into 10 raised to minus 5. My bad. 20 into 10 raised to minus 5. We've gone over this. Kelvin inverse, centigrade inverse are the same, है ना. गामा का फॉर्मूला में क्या आता है? डेल्टा V, V initial, delta T. So temperature appears as a change in temperature. Change in temperature तुम केल्विन में लिखो या डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड में लिखो, एक ही बात है. Kelvin inverse and degree centigrade inverse are the exact same units for gamma. ठीक है, गिव यू हिंट. हिंट मतलब यहाँ पे सोचो f कितना है ना, 99.91 by 100 इतना f है इनिशियली, और फाइनल f कितना होगा व्हेन इट्स अबाउट टू स्टार्ट ओवरफ्लोइंग एट द टेम्परेचर यू वांट. फाइनल f कितना होगा? वेरी नाइस आर्यन, आई थिंक या मतलब तू फाइनल आंसर दे रहा है ना, तू बोल रहा है डेल्टा टी इज 5k. वेरी नाइस. सही है. फाइनल f will be 100% या 1. When it's about to overflow, it's fully filled. Yeah? So that's your hint. Use that. Very nice, Sanidhya. सही है. सार्थक सही है. Excellent. Yes, I think कुछ decimal में गड़बड़ हुआ होगा. I think comes out to 35 degrees Celsius. Hmm, 35 कोई बोला 35.027. That depends on whether you took F initial or F final. I think approximately 35. 35 would be the answer in the options. Okay, that's approximately 35. ठीक है, डिस्कस करें. So आइडिया इतना है कि योर फ्रैक्शनल फुलनेस was 99.91 upon 100 है ना, परसेंटेज में था वो. तो it was 99.91 upon 100. इतना फ्रैक्शन पानी भरा हुआ था at 30 degrees. क्वेश्चन was कि at what temperature will it start to overflow? For it to overflow, it needs to be full. So हाँ, ये F initial है, ये F initial है. At what temperature will it start to overflow? Means for it to overflow, it needs to be full. So our final fractional fullness is 1. Okay, and now let's use the equation delta F, change in F is, it's up to you whether you want to use F initial gamma apparent delta T or F apparent gamma, sorry, F initial use करना है या F final use करना है, तुम्हारे ऊपर है. As you can tell, the value for delta F won't be significantly different, or the value for delta T won't be significantly different. Q, at the end you divide by 1 or you divide by 0.991, it's not going to make a difference. Multiplication के respect में dividing by 1 or dividing by 0.9991 makes no difference. Okay? It's almost negligible. Okay? So you choose which value would be better. Would it be better to put that weird value in this kind of multiplication? Our objective क्या है? Delta t निकालना. Delta t आ गया तो t final आ गया. So would it be better to use the initial value? Would it be better to use the final value? Naturally, it would be better to use the final value in this question. ठीक है? या इनिशियल भी अगर लिया तो बाद में तुम अप्रोक्सीमेट करके कैलकुलेशन के लिए 0.9991 को 1 कर दो. इवन इफ यू यूज द इनिशियल वैल्यू, ऑल होप इज नॉट लॉस्ट. कैलकुलेशन के वक्त 0.9991 को 1 कर लो. इनफैक्ट लेट मी ठीक है, उसको 1 कर लो. चलो लेट मी यूज दैट ओनली देन. मान लो है ना, we don't see the whole picture beforehand. Let's say delta F is F initial gamma apparent delta T, ये कर रहे हैं हम लोग. Change in F is 1 minus 0. इसको divide कर लो 100 से, 0.9991. So that's change in F. F initial is 0.99 एक और 91 into gamma apparent. If you look at the values, gamma apparent Gamma apparent was gamma L minus gamma C, है ना? So gamma L was 20 minus 2, 10 power minus 5 Kelvin inverse, है ना? एक 20 था, एक 2 था, तो गामा अपेरेंट हो जाता है 18 into 10 raised to minus 5 Kelvin inverse, ठीक है? SI यूनिट्स में है बेसिकली, 18 into 10 power minus 5, and delta T निकालना है. This is the story. Now, if you want to find delta T, send everything over to the other side. Finish the subtraction. 1 minus 0.9991 is 0.0009. ठीक है? And thoda you should be able to see what the person making the question is trying to do, है ना? He's also trying to help you. एक तरफ 9 दिख रहा है, एक तरफ 18 दिख रहा है. He wants to make your calculations easy. You also help yourself a little bit, है ना? तो वो इतना carefully ऐसा value उठा के दिया है कि 9 और हमें zeros correct 9 और 18 कटे, ठीक है? तो तुम भी थोड़ा help करो खुद को, ठीक है? He's given you 18 in the denominator, so that cancels nicely with 9. At this stage, at least you can, you know, be a little smart enough to understand कि even if you took F initial, what shall we do to this value? What shall we do to this value? Let's make that approximately 1. Let's make that 1. 0.9991 is approximately 1. So even if you just take F initial, calculation के लिए round it off to a simpler number. Yeah, either way, you should be able to solve the question. This is actually what? This is 0.0009. This is 9 into 10 raised to minus 4. This term is actually 9 into 10 raised to minus 4, which makes it 90 into 10 raised to minus 5. So delta T becomes 90 by 18, or delta T becomes 5 in whatever units you had taken. Yeah? So it becomes 5 degrees Celsius. So if delta T is 5 degrees Celsius, if increase in temperature is 5 degrees Celsius, our final temperature is 35 degrees Celsius. Got it? So delta T you should have gotten 5. Yeah. डेल्टा टी यू शुड हैव गॉटन 5. बाबा इसको एफ एफ भी अगर लोगे तो फर्क नहीं है ना, तो यही पे 1 रहेगा जो मैंने फाइनली 1 लिया है. इट मेक्स नो डिफरेंस वेदर यू रियलाइज इनिशियली कि 1 लेना था और वेदर यू रियलाइज इन द एंड 1 लेना था. देयर इज गोइंग टू बी नो प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है? यू कैन चेक द कैलकुलेशन. दिस इज एक्चुअली हाउ मेनी zeros? 1 2 3 4. दैट्स 9 into 10 raised to minus 4, which is 90 into 10 raised to minus 5. You just maybe messing up the digits. 90 by 18 is 5. So the change in temperature is 5. नहीं कुछ कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक किया होगा, बट आइडिया समझ में आया? ठीक है? And it's always going to be narrow margins in this chapter. Change is not going to be very large. It's always going to be narrow margins. हमेशा एक वैल्यू कैलकुलेशन के लिए अच्छा होगा, एक थोड़ा खराब होगा. Either way, you either approximate that to 1, make things nice, or if you realize beforehand कि FF use कर सकते थे, that's also good. Yeah, I'll show the previous page once. 2-3 people are asking. Let me know if anyone wants me to wait on this page. Done. Okay. हाँ, it's okay if you make a calculation mistake. I hope at least you're getting the idea. I hope reading the question you were able to understand कि अच्छा overflow मतलब fractional fullness 1 हो गया था, है ना? ठीक, तो इसका मतलब ऐसा एक और इसी कंसेप्ट में एक और चीज सीखेंगे and we'll try one more question. ठीक है? So in this same concept, let's talk about after 35 it will overflow. After 35 it will overflow. In fact, that's what we're going to talk about in this part. Let's talk about कितने से overflow होता है. ठीक, कितने से overflow होता है. So amount of liquid overflowing in the vessel if the vessel is filled to the brim. Okay, so amount of liquid overflowing if the vessel is filled through the to the brim. Okay, all right. So again, what is the idea over here? First and foremost, if the vessel is filled to the brim, that means liquid का initial volume is container का initial volume. ठीक है, is container का initial volume. Then we also know कि liquid का volume of liquid that overflows. Okay, volume that overflows, where OF stands for volume that overflows. अब ये कितना होगा? Won't this be liquid का final volume minus कंटेनर का फाइनल वॉल्यूम? जैसा एकदम कुछ सिंपल वैल्यूज उठा के बोलता हूँ कि अगर लिक्विड का वॉल्यूम 1 लीटर था और कंटेनर का भी वॉल्यूम 1 लीटर था स्टार्टिंग में, बिकॉज बोथ वर फिल्ड टू द ब्रिम. अब अभी एग्जैजरेट कर रहा हूँ, मान लो हीट करने के कारण लिक्विड का वॉल्यूम 4 लीटर हो गया और कंटेनर का वॉल्यूम 3.5 लीटर्स हो गया. ठीक है, मतलब ऐसा टेम्परेचर बढ़ाया कि लिक्विड का वॉल्यूम हैज बिकम 4, कंटेनर्स वॉल्यूम हैज बिकम 3.5. how much water would have overflown due to this kind of heating? Only 3.5 liters of the liquid can fit in the vessel, so the difference would have overflown. 4 minus 3.5, 0.5 would have overflowed. Make sense? है ना? तो वॉल्यूम ओवरफ्लोइंग isn't it liquid का फाइनल वॉल्यूम माइनस कंटेनर का फाइनल वॉल्यूम? 4 minus 3.5. सही है या नहीं? Make sense? Volume that overflows is liquid's final volume minus container's final volume. ठीक है? Now liquid's final volume we know is VL initial 1 plus VL initial 1 plus gamma liquid delta T. ठीक है? And the other one is VC initial 1 plus gamma C delta T. Okay? And then what you can simply do over here is you can clearly see कि because gamma, just because VL and VC were the same initially, the two were the same, therefore these two will cancel out. Yeah, VL and VC are exactly the same. So You can write this as 1 plus gamma L delta T, है ना, minus VCI 1 plus gamma L delta T, because VLI is VCI. VLI is VCI. लिक्विड का इनिशियली उतना ही वॉल्यूम था जितना कंटेनर का वॉल्यूम था, ठीक है। एंड यहाँ पे फिर तुम देख सकते हो कि VCI कट जाएगा, क्या रह जाएगा इन दी एंड? हाउ मच वॉल्यूम ओवरफ्लोज? The volume that overflows is equal to the volume of the container initially into what is left, gamma L minus gamma C. So again you get to see that gamma apparent wala term that we have defined. Okay, interestingly, volume overflowing is volume of the container initially into gamma apparent delta T. Yeah, volume of the liquid initially into gamma apparent. Got it? इतना वॉल्यूम ओवरफ्लो होएगा. Any doubt in this? Simple idea. If in the question you're not given gamma of the vessel, ऐसा एक सवाल आ रहा है. If you're not given gamma of the vessel, फिर of course क्या बैठ के guess थोड़ी करोगे gamma का value कितना होगा? नहीं दिया है तो इग्नोर करना है. नहीं दिया है तो इग्नोर करना है, नेग्लिजिबल मानना है. Okay? Can I explain the third step? You mean यहाँ से यहाँ? I've copied the same thing, बस यही term change किया है, एक ही term change किया है. Because VL initial is VC initial, liquid was spilled to the brim. Initial volume of liquid is initial volume of the container. Yeah. फिर 1 1 कट गया और आंसर आ गया. सिंपल एक क्वेश्चन कर लो, आई थिंक समझ में आ जाएगा. ठीक है. So try this question out. Let's say water is filled in a brass vessel to the brim. अच्छा सॉरी, ये भरा ये हाँ कर लो. Finish off writing and let me know if you're done. हो गया तो बता दो. Done. Okay. Alright, so water is filled in a brass vessel to the brim. See, volume of the vessel is 1 liter. Volume of the vessel is 1 liter. find the amount of, I hope that's clear, that's 1L, 1 liter. Find the amount of water that overflows. Find the amount of water that overspills. See, when the temperature rises by 18 degrees Fahrenheit, rises by 18 degrees Fahrenheit, same values as before. So I'll just repeat that. Gamma water is 20 and gamma glass is 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 Kelvin inverse. Kelvin inverse. Cool. Try कर लो. अच्छा सॉरी, ये क्या ब्रास हो गया क्या? ब्रास को ग्लास कर दो. सॉरी. Actually, values are of brass, but it makes no difference. ये जो 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 है, that's for brass. नहीं चलेगा, कर लो. No, Ayush. नहीं, you need to. This was very and a very important point, which we have already discussed in heat and temperature. Try to think how we derived and how we got a relation between change in F and change in Celsius. Think. You can't use F minus 32 by 9 is C by 5 to get the corresponding change in Celsius. सार्थक सही है. In fact, let me confirm the answers. Yes, Sanika, Pratyasha, Purna सही है. यश एक आई थिंक एक्स्ट्रा डेसिमल आ गया. 0.18 आना चाहिए. Yeah, I think सही होगा. One, we'll just confirm that. Nee, I think you're right. 18 into 1.8 milliliters. 18 into 10 power minus 4. Yeah, 1.8 milliliters. Yes, that's right. ऑलराइट, ठीक है, तो देख लें एक डेल्टा एफ से डेल्टा सी, वी हैव गॉन ओवर दिस, है ना। तो एफ क्या था वो, एक्चुअली उसको डिफरेंशिएट करना था। एफ माइनस 32/9 इज सी बाई 5। इनफैक्ट इज गोइंग ओवर इट वेरी ब्रीफली। इसी को जब डिफरेंशिएट करते हैं तब रिश्ता मिलता है ना। व्हेन यू डिफरेंशिएट दिस तब हो जाता है df/9 या डेल्टा f/9 is dc/5 या डेल्टा c/5. This is the relation that you want. This is what you'll use. So 18 degrees Fahrenheit corresponds to 18/9 into 5, 2 into 5 corresponds to a 10 degrees Celsius change. 10 degrees Celsius change. Okay, got it? So actually 18 degree Fahrenheit was a 10 degree Celsius change. और 10 केल्विन चेंज, एक ही बात है। बाकी तो सीधा फॉर्मूला है। इफ यू गेट दैट द रेस्ट इज इजी। ठीक है, वॉल्यूम एंड ओवरफ्लोज। नाउ दिस इज इजी बिकॉज आई हैव टोल्ड यू द फॉर्मूला, वी हैव सैट एंड डिराइव्ड इट। टिपिकली दिस कम्स एज एन एप्लीकेशन of the simple concept of thermal expansion. तो फॉर्मूला वगैरह दिए दिए, so applying it is easy, but make sure therefore you understand the derivations. Those derivations are basically where you're applying logic, applying the concept. ये तो फाइनल रिजल्ट तो सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकते हैं। क्या आता है एक्चुअली, दिस इज 1 liter. In fact, what is the formula? Initial volume of container into gamma apparent into delta T. So initial volume of the container is 1 liter. Gamma apparent is 20 minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 5 Kelvin inverse. Therefore, make sure you write your temperature also in Kelvin or in degrees Celsius. So a temperature in terms of Kelvin will be 10 Kelvin. तो यहाँ से Kelvin Kelvin कटेगा, ठीक है। And 20 minus 2 is 18. So 18 into 10 power minus 4 liters is our answer. Or 1.8 milliliters is our answer. Got it? It's simple once you have the formula, but look at these questions and this set of theory as an application of the concept of thermal expansion. Okay, so don't just go to the formula. You should ideally try to understand these derivations, because they can easily create a brand new question seen for the first time. They can create a brand new question of some quantity which varies with volume or varies with length, and उस पे सवाल बन सकता है. So यहाँ पे this was the whole idea. These two questions are based on the fact that volume के साथ साथ है ना, liquid का apparent volume in the vessel change होता है. Liquid का apparent kitna fraction it occupies in the vessel, that is changing with temperature. So this idea was based of that. This was relating to volume. So similarly, they can have many more such ideas. We'll try covering a few of the common ideas, the common applications of this chapter. We'll try covering them, but make sure you understand the derivation so that you can, any new question comes, you can tackle those as well. Okay? All right. Now, again, with respect to liquids in a vessel, see, there's another interesting line of interesting question type, which sounds similar to what we have done before, but it's actually a little different. Yeah, so the question now is apparent increase in height. Apparent increase, अब इसके लिए वॉल्यूम नहीं बोलेंगे, apparent increase in the height of a liquid, in the height of a liquid in a container. This could be relevant for a thermometer especially. Mercury का length बढ़ रहा है with temperature, but then we have to also take into account कि glass का भी length बढ़ेगा, glass का भी thickness बढ़ेगा with temperature. So I hope you realize कि the apparent increase in the height of a liquid in a container, of a liquid container, yeah, of a liquid in a container is going to be, is it going to be more, is it going to be less than what it could have been? उसके alpha के according, is it going to be more or is it going to be less? Yes, very nice. It will be a bit less, क्योंकि liquid का length तो बढ़ने को तैयार है, but क्या होता है, because the container's diameter is going to increase, your liquid will have to, because the container's diameter will increase, your liquid will have to settle down and settle for a lower height. लिक्विड का लेंथ बढ़ गया बट कंटेनर का डायमीटर भी बढ़ गया, तो फिर लिक्विड का हाइट जितने से बढ़ता है, जिस रेट से बढ़ता है, वो अपेरेंटली कम दिखेगा हमें, अपेरेंटली कम दिखेगा. सो इट्स अ सिंपल आइडिया. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट इट. लेट्स से कि I'm wondering if I should make you guys try this out. In fact, I'll suggest you guys to try this out. ठीक है, एक बार खुद से ट्राई कर लो. आइडिया इतना है कि मेरा कंटेनर में पानी का पहले कुछ हाइट था, इनिशियली कुछ था, है ना, फिर बाद में कुछ और है. Let's see if you can try to do this. We are of course looking for a relation of this nature कि h final is h initial times 1 plus some apparent alpha delta t. Why alpha this time? Because we are working with length, you know, one dimensional quantity. We're not working with volume, we're working with length. So let final height be initial height 1 plus alpha apparent delta t. You need to find alpha apparent. Yeah, I'll of course derive and show the result, but can you try this once? Find alpha apparent in terms of what? You have the liquid, so liquid ka alpha, beta, gamma, whatever you want, that's available to you. Okay, liquid ka alpha, beta, gamma is available. Container ka alpha, beta, gamma is available. Okay, whichever of these quantities seem apt, uske terms mein, let's see what your answer comes out be. Try kar lo ek baar. Try and derive. Well, this is what it will look like in JEE. JEE is going to give maybe some brand new question that you're seeing for the first time. So we cannot anticipate every single question they can come up with. We can cover a few standard types, but then ultimately you have to get the idea of applying concepts you know. Think and see, क्या करोगे इसके लिए? Anyone getting the idea? नहीं? बता दो। ठीक है, देखो तो पहले we need to actually understand what height really is. What is the height that the liquid occupies in a vessel? You know, so the height that the liquid occupies in a vessel, the height of your liquid is actually the volume of the liquid upon the area of the container. Does that make sense? You know, you have a uniform cross section, so height is always going to be volume of the liquid divided by area of the container. Always height is always going to be volume of the liquid divided by the area of the container. See, sorry, I think a lot of people are sending in the chat. Just ek bar, let me write what I've written, and then you can check whether what you're saying is the same thing or not. Yeah, so VL we know is changing. Liquid ka volume we know is changing. How is it changing? We know ki uska final value is going to be initial value times 1 plus who's going to appear in this gamma L. You know, we're dealing with volume. So we know ki liquid ka final volume. Now why am I writing the volume equation? Because यहाँ पे दिख रहा है कि height is actually dependent on the volume of the liquid. तो इसलिए volume का equation लिख रहा हूँ. ठीक है? And similarly, area of the container that also seems to change with temperature. तो उसका भी equation लिखो कैसे change होता है temperature के साथ. The final area of the container is initial area of the container into 1 plus क्या आएगा यहाँ पे? 1 plus sorry गामा नहीं क्या आएगा यहाँ पे? Beta C delta T. Very nice. Okay, so if it's the same thing, just try to see if you can get the same value for alpha. Okay, I think I've not read what you've written, but if you've done the same thing, just see if you're getting the same value for alpha. If you're getting the same value for alpha, then that's good. So let's see what is the value for alpha apparent. Okay, so right now this is the same. So now height. Okay, so my final height is therefore going to be VL final upon AC final. Liquid ka final volume upon container ka final volume. When I substitute these terms, like if I write liquid ka initial volume 1 plus gamma L delta T for the numerator and liquid ka container ka final area initial area 1 plus beta container delta T, then this term becomes H initial. So I have got final height in terms of initial height, and through that equation I'll be able to see how my height changes with change in temperature. Yeah, that's what I really wanted. So this term is actually initial height, and जो बचा हुआ term है, we know what to do with that. Long story short, पता है ना, वो ऊपर जाएगा, थोड़ा स्टेप स्किप करेंगे, ऊपर जाने पे बाइनोमियल अप्रोक्सीमेशन हो जाएगा 1 माइनस बीटा, इंस्टेड ऑफ प्लस वो माइनस हो जाएगा. दैट्स बाइनोमियल अप्रोक्सीमेशन फॉर यू. ठीक है, एंड उसके बाद वो भी पता है कि मल्टीप्लाई करते वक्त जो 4 टर्म आएंगे उनमें से ये गामा और बीटा वाला टर्म निग्लेक्ट होगा, नेग्लिजिबल होगा, छोटा होगा. And therefore, what is our result going to be? H final is H initial 1 plus, अब एक टर्म आएगा गामा एल डेल्टा टी, एक टर्म आएगा माइनस बीटा सी डेल्टा टी. So if I take delta t common, if I take delta t common, what do I get? I get gamma liquid minus beta of the container into delta t. What have I ignored over here? Gamma L beta C, that term we have ignored. Okay, this tends to, ऐसे ही लिख रहा हूँ, tends to 0. I think it's very small. तो गामा एल बीटा सी डेल्टा टी वो टर्म इग्नोर किया है, ये प्रोडक्ट इग्नोर किया है as done before as well. Okay, so this is our final answer. This is our final answer. H final is H initial 1 plus some apparent alpha, ठीक है, liquid का length है ना, it's literally you're observing the length of the liquid, therefore we are writing this in terms of alpha. So liquid का length seems to be increasing at some rate, but what is that rate? That rate is gamma of the liquid minus beta of the container. Gamma of the liquid minus beta of the container. Got this? Okay, now I'll just read your chat, but is there any doubt in this? Area, of course, area does not remain the same. Area is changing. Area of the, that's why we have considered it. Area of the container is changing with temperature. एक मिनट, area of the container is changing with temperature. Individually. What do you mean individually? Liquid does not have a fixed area of its own. Liquid ka technically volume increases. It will take the area of the container. That's it. Liquid is just going to mimic the area of the container. Thanks. Very nice. One person just brought this. Delta T, of course, is inside the brackets. Thanks. I'll explain the pink step एक और बार. क्या हो रहा है? दूसरा, in the initial and final case, area will be the same for both the liquid and the container individually. हाँ, तो initial case में, अच्छा, you're saying liquid का area is container का area. Is that what you're saying? That is, of course, universally true. Liquid ka area will be the container's area always. Liquid is taking up the area of the container. Okay? Liquid is taking up the area of the container. एक बार ये लास्ट बता समझा देता हूँ. तो फाइनली अपना जो रिजल्ट है कि आर लिक्विड का हाइट is increasing with temperature as you would expect the length of a rod to increase. वैसा ही ये liquid का भी length, vertical length जो है वो proportion with temperature बढ़ रहा है, ठीक है, but किस rate पे बढ़ रहा है? What is alpha? So alpha from this equation seems to be gamma of the liquid minus the beta of the container. So that's how gamma L minus beta C becomes the apparent coefficient of linear expansion for the liquid. Okay? So even in a mercury thermometer, mercury ka length is typically increasing at this rate, alpha apparent ke rate pe. Yeah, those who want to leave can leave. One of you saying, can't we proceed using fractional fullness? Fractional fullness in terms of HLHC. But यही problem है, एक चीज समझो. This has nothing to do with HC. Can you not get that? This has nothing to do with HC. यहाँ पे लेंथ है या नहीं है? यहाँ पे लेंथ होने दो या नहीं होने दो? Precisely, if you have used HC in your equation, can you try to understand this? Ki this had nothing to do with HC. Liquid का volume बढ़ा कुछ amount से. The whole aspect over here is ये area कुछ amount से बढ़ रहा है, उसके कारण liquid जितना amount से ऊपर जा रहा है, that is changing. Do you see that this has no significance? This height, क्या फर्क पड़ता है वो height change होता है कितने से बढ़ता है? That's not a contributing factor to the height of the liquid, na? I could take another vessel with the same area, मतलब same material का vessel अगर लूंगा of the same area, but I make it a lot longer. Don't you expect the same result in the end? हाँ, of course. ऐसे question में they won't give you the container's height as well. Yes, absolutely. You just need the height of the liquid. So in the end, they'll give you these values. You just need the height of the liquid. Okay? We'll of course और आगे जैसा अभी थोड़ा theory start हुआ है, we'll continue in the next class. Next class we'll see more applications. Prepare well for your MT. Yes, the lecture is over. Okay. Again, I'm not giving homework so that you have time to prepare for your MT. Monday we'll continue. Bye. इस पे एक दो क्वेश्चन करेंगे नेक्स्ट क्लास में. बाय बाय.